Thank you.
I want you to Jock Schloss.
That's why I put the L in the middle, Jock L. Schloss. It's easier to pronounce. Anyway, what can you say about a guy here who has a very personal, close relationship with a large bunch of bones, right? The Trilosaurus Sue?
Yeah.
That's right. Wow.
Old and bony, the way he likes it.
You're
that lonely.
1 year, this is the 1 year anniversary of this wonderful cabaret show. Actually made it longer than most comedians have relationships for. And this place here, 3160 has been here as the club as it is for 5 years, and they still can't think of a cleverer name. It used to be Nancy. So everything changes. I mean, that Hoghead McDonald's used to be Roxy's, and now we're not. So wait, who is here? We got Ricky March. Ricky and I met a long time ago, believe it or not, at an acting class. We got to play the Russian drinking buddies. That's perfect for us.
Close the box.
Miss PK, you alright?
Are we okay?
Did you trip her? No.
Charlie, let me
Miss Big Ass Legs.
Anyway.
And PK sounds good. Okay. PK, wonderful.
What's up?
Yo, PK's cool. She was one of the first people to friend me on Facebook, beyond Mark, who also did, and then I didn't hear from either of them for like 2 years. Wonderful how Facebook helps. We got Bubba over here. Bubba was the original, give him a hand. Bubba was actually the original guy there doing open mics at Pressure. And now Tom here is doing the new open mics at Pressure. So we expect some drama tonight. There's going to be a fight in the alley tonight. And Jay Harris is taking bets on it.
And I'm selling tickets.
Who else do? Oh, and Leah. You know, I have to say something about Leah. Leah is actually my neighbor. I've known her for a while, and she is obviously the love child of Fran Dreschler and Fran Dreschler. There's nowhere else you can cross that with Leah. That's it. But I gotta say, I really love her pussy. She calls it Leroy. But most of the guys think of it as Buddy. I am talking about her cat.
Talking about my cat.
I am talking about her cat. Jesus. So let's talk about the honorees today here. Mark, as we know him. And Tommy, I'm not sure if I'm a top or a bottom. He told us he was a switch hitter one time. I love it.
Thanks for asking.
Asking, you usually wear a sign walking up and down Belmont. Truthfully, I haven't really known these guys that long. I've known Mark for, like I say, 2 years via Facebook, but I only met him finally, like, a month ago? You know, and he's everything they expected and way more. And Tommy I met while he was working for good old Flabby. Who, let's face it, in this area, it's either Flabby or Dave Odd. Go figure. And Tommy was actually hosting one of the cavalcades at Exit where nobody could hear a thing. And I was coming out playing for Exit. I'd do one of my characters instead of stand-up, where I had music there had to be, and no one could hear me. It was really fun. And so when I came in here, Tommy says to me, "Oh, White Meat Chicken," which was my character's name. The funny thing is I had done one open mic here since that time before he said White Meat Chicken, so I think Tommy was a little drunk that night. I don't know.
A little?
But since I don't know these guys very well, I decided to roast them. I'd have to learn something about them, right? Yeah. And being that I am the greatest detective that has ever lived, but no one's going to challenge that. Wow, what an easy roast. I can pull anything.
You're not Batman.
I was already doing that. Batman might be a little bit better, but that's okay. I have done research, and let me tell you, folks, I have found some amazing stuff. I have a lot of dirt here. The real story, the real, true story. Anything you've heard before is wrong.
I was underage. You better delete those photos.
We got Tommy and Mark, folks. And let me tell you, There's a lot to talk about. Here we go.
Right.
There it is, one page. Oh, good. The truth of the matter is, folks, that they're not what they think they are, or what you think they are. They were actually born a long time ago. Tommy was born in a lingerie shop, actually a department store's lingerie area, when his mother was there shopping for lingerie and saw such a great sale she forgot about him. Coming back, she was mugged and killed by the rest of the people who were upset that she got the last 18-hour bra. So Tommy was left there, fend for himself in that department store lingerie aisle. Now Mark here, of course, was born and raised in the candy aisle. Frangos! And this was going to set up a historic meeting as toddlers. Now, yes, Mark is a year older than Tommy, but he is a lot older. Wait, really? A couple years older, but Mark here decided to stay in the candy aisle for a while.
Like this.
Very classy.
They met for the first time, believe it or not, in the baby aisle. Looking for love in all the wrong places. And now, you know they always say that they're not lovers. And back then as toddlers, well, they didn't know what love was, but let's say that they really knew how to cuddle like kittens.
Okay.
Now, there were orphans. They were orphans in that department store, and they were picked up, believe it or not, by the government. Two different governments. Tommy by the American government, and Mark by the Israeli government. And they were trained and put through special things. Then their minds were wiped. They were given false memories, surrogate robot parents, and placed as spies, but unknown spies, waiting for that code word that was going to make them do what they were meant to do, and that, of course, was to start the world's biggest orgy. Well, it's true, because the governments figured that would, stabilize the economy. So here we are, the world's biggest orgy, people waiting for the code word. One day, the code word comes as Mark is walking down Belmont, Tommy is walking down Broadway. The code word comes, they see each other, and they know right then that the world's biggest orgy must start here in Club 3160. And so they started the Comedy Cabaret. And to this day, no one knows why no one is taking off their clothes. But here they are. I just wanted to put that out there. I just want to give one more thing. There's this poem that my mother used to read me as a child, and I think it fits right here.
Your mother was a child?
That's right. My mother was a child, and I was just a thought in her mind. She read it into the future, Rick, thanks. And it went like this. Shut the fuck up and go to sleep! Lucky time, everyone! Thank you, Dutch Slosh! Let's go to Jock.
And everybody, Dean's up here now. Give it up for Dean. He's the only man I know that there's only one word in the entire vocabulary of the universe that would scare him. Khalil. Only word. Oh man. So, I realized something as I was going through what I was going to say tonight. You two do have something in common. You both cannot see your penises. Different reasons. Different reasons. But you both can't see your penises.
Thomas has got a restraining order on him.
Snap.
Oh man.
Excuse me, Miss March, you will get your turn.
It's March. Since when did
I like you.
Anyway, coming up next, we have a very funny guy. He's not as bald as Thomas. Thank God. Thank God. You don't want to go there. You never.